As she was setting up the panel, she was so thorough in what she was doing, she actually got an interview with Chris Hicks, who at the time got he was running Warner Chappell's publishing division, and he actually needed someone to actually work for him. She actually got the job for him. She's actually now, over the last year, has moved up. Now she's working for Def Jam. And she's doing everything she wants to do, and she's got the corporate card. Now I work with her on different things that we need her to do, because they actually handle the hottest writer in the game, which is Jonte Austin, and one of the hottest producers, and Brian Michael Cox. And so she just did what she did, and she was so exceptional at what she did and communicated, because you're probably coming in contact with everybody. Executives from BET, executives from Interscope Records, Interscope Geffen, people from BMG Music Publishing that always need things done. So what you do is you be exceptional at what you do. You're very thorough, so that when the person on the other end of that phone says, you know what, when I was dealing with Manny and his people, his intern made it so easy for me to work. Like, I wonder what she's doing. And pretty soon they're going to take interest in you.
So is it too soon to kind of put forth that proposal, or should I just wait?
There is no proposal.
No?
There is no proposal. Honestly, your proposal really is your work.
Okay.
Like, it's your work, it's your proposal. Because after a while, they're going to say, well, damn, what do you do? Like, what else do you do? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? And when they're going to say, well, I got a spot on my team. I don't know if it fits. And then when they say, I don't know if it fits, then you fit your proposal to fit that job to get in the door. Once you get in the door, then that's going to create all kinds of other opportunities. So keep doing what you do, but do it to be exceptional, like she was talking about, at what you do. You know, when Andre Harrell brought Puff in, he didn't know he was going to be exceptional at what he was doing. He just thought he would be dope, and all of a sudden he turned into the point where Puff ended up giving Andre Harrell a job later on.
Real quick, just to wrap that point up, if you feel like you have enough abilities or you've learned enough to get paid from what you're doing, working for a manager, then don't look to them for the check. Instead of being an intern, you should be managing someone else and get paid off then. You know, when I first started producing, I was, for all intents and purposes, interning for David Banner, playing keyboards on records. You know, I was working all the studio equipment, carrying the bag, washing the car, doing whatever. But that didn't mean I wasn't producing my own records and getting paid. You know what I mean? So I didn't look to him for a check. I mean, I got paid, but I wasn't looking to him to pay me. I was looking for other opportunities where I could use the knowledge that I was gaining from my experience with him.
Let me, because we are on a really weird clock here. We don't really have to go home. At a certain point in time, we will have to get the hell out of here. So I want to end with the brother with the suit on back there. But I'd like to let the next question be asked so that we can respect our panelists' time and not keep everybody longer than we need to keep them here.
All right, my name is Lance Coleman. I go by.
Learn to speak into the microphone, people. A lot of people, you know, these are studio guys here, they know. A lot of people speak on the side of the mic, over it. It's like, there's a part of the mic that's the real magnet of capturing your voice.
Tell me you ain't a rapper, man, it's okay.
It's all right. No, I just say that because some of your volumes are lower than our volumes.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
all right. I go by Lance Coleman. I'm an MC, rap. And my biggest problem hasn't been necessarily making good music. It's been getting it out and getting it heard. And I want to know what you think of the online places to go to get your music heard, because I frankly think MySpace is almost dead. With all the MySpace jewelry, it's frustrating to go to. So where do you think that next avenue is to get your music heard by people like you, or just in general to a mass audience?
People say,
Great question.
If you ain't hot at home, you ain't hot nowhere. So the internet's cool, but don't let this stuff fool you. A lot of these dudes is on the internet only. They do a show on the internet only. So just build up the fan base, put up some CDs, get them out to the people around you. You gotta start slow, it ain't gonna happen overnight. So don't worry about all that, you know what I mean? So feed the streets, like Boss said, you know what I mean?
Yeah, build your fan base, my brother. That's very important.
Because that's the thing, if you get a little army of your friends around you, then they start to tell their friends, they start to tell their friends, you good. I mean, look how, the way that the colleges are set up out here, so everything's together. If you the dude that takes over the college, what you mean? You Soldier Boy. So you good, and you just build from there, you know what I mean? And it'll chase you, but get off the internet, man. It's not real, man. It's entertainment. It's a lot of WWF. So don't let all that fool you. And then just the only other thing is everybody keep talking this intern thing. The main thing of being an intern is you trying to put yourself in a position to be a boss. So instead of just doing your intern jobs, figure out angles that you see that you can take and make for your own. So that sooner or later you can tell the dude you interning for, I got my own thing now, so you can find you someone else. Go ahead, bro.
And not to be arrogant, but it happens like that. In fact, keep in mind, you just made that reference in that comment. Andre Harrell is who we wrote. And when I was president of MCA, we wrote a $20 million check to Andre Harrell. This would be years after Heavy D and the Boys and some other things that happened, and Mary J, and we ultimately did a deal after 3 or 4 years, and because we saw value in Uptown, and we wrote Andre a $20 million check. Of course, we got ownership of a lot of Uptown in the process as well. But that was done. But I'm not trying to make light of the real statement I'm trying to make to you guys. Puffy was still the intern. When we did a Mary J video, Puffy was sent out on the video shoot, not to be in the video, but just to make sure everything went smooth, the video was done, and he did that. Lo and behold, when the video comes back, say, oh wow, that's Puffy in that video. Well, there was nothing wrong with the video. Puffy wasn't supposed to be in it, but there was nothing wrong with the video. Those videos were released, and we moved forward. Puffy was sent to be in the studio, Puffy he rapped with hair. It would be about a year or two later before we made the deal with Bad Boy, and Bad Boy made the Biggie album. Something most people don't understand, there was a $6 billion deal on the table with MCA Records and a company called Matt Schuster. Matt Schuster are the people who own Panasonic. At that time, they were about to buy MCA. There had already been an incident with Ice-T with an album called Cop Killer. Policemen all over the country convinced people all over the country to cancel their Warner cable service. Ice-T was a Warner Brothers artist. That incident was remembered by the owners of MCA as they were negotiating a $6.5 billion deal with Panasonic or Matt Schuster. And the Japanese don't like controversy. The Biggie album that you all knew so well, the first one, you know what the unedited version must have sounded like. That's the record that was delivered. And MCA thought, we could make like 10, 15, 20, $100 million. It's not worth 6.5 billion. They gave Puffy the album back. This wasn't in a Notorious movie. And shortly after that, they dropped Puffy. But Puffy was Andre Harrell's intern. Andre got the $20 million check. Today, Puffy is somebody that any one of us would trade places with. Any one of us. Next question, please.
Hi, my name is Travis Labius. I'm a senior...
Speak a little louder and get closer to the microphone.
My name is Travis Labius. I'm a senior sociology major at Emory University. I actually had a question for you, Mr. Singleton. In the beginning, you said something about the music industry, how many people say it's bad, but you said it's probably even better today. I just wanted you to kind of like explain more about that, and also if I could get like 1 or 2 more perspectives from the panel about the state of the music industry today.
Well, I won't try to explain because my event producer will have you rawhide. But we need new lawyers. We need new marketing people. We need new, and these are not things necessarily that Warner and Universal know about. There's a reason why they're partnering today with and I shouldn't say they don't know about it because they do know. But where are those people? They won't look like you if you guys don't focus. Let me tell you 3 things that are very important for those of you who are not aware. Mathematics, computer science, and engineering. Mathematics, computer science, and engineering. Those 3 areas of major and focus is critical. Don't think that the statistics guy is no good. Don't think the English people are no good. Don't think the marketing people are no good. Because if you have the next online company that becomes a digital version of what Bob Johnson created 25 years ago that we call BET today, trust me, you need some really sharp people in your mix because some of them will be making